During my nephew's medical school ceremony, a classmate stood up and yelled, "He cheated on every exam!" The auditorium went silent. My nephew Ryan froze at the podium mid-sentence during his student speaker address. A girl with blonde hair stood up in the 5th row holding her phone high. It was Jessica, Ryan's ex-girlfriend from their study group. "He cheated on every single exam for the past 2 years." Jessica's voice echoed through the hall. "I have proof." Parents started whispering. The dean looked shocked. Ryan's face went completely white. Jessica pushed her way down the aisle toward the stage. "I have exam records showing Ryan's wrong answers are identical to another student's tests. Same mistakes, same order, word for word." She held up her phone showing side-by-side comparison photos. "And I have Venmo receipts proving he paid someone named Derek $2,400 over 6 months. Multiple payments of $200 each." Other students pulled out their phones and started recording. The dean stepped forward. "These are serious accusations. Ryan, do you have a response?" Ryan stood there shaking. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. He looked at his parents in the front row, then back at Jessica. "I can't explain," he finally said. His voice was barely a whisper. Jessica crossed her arms. "Of course you can't explain, because you're guilty. You paid Derek for test banks and you copied his wrong answers because you're too stupid to even cheat properly." The dean held up his hand. "Let's move this discussion somewhere private." But Jessica wasn't done. "No, everyone deserves to know. Ryan got into our surgical residency program by cheating while the rest of us actually studied." My sister grabbed Ryan's arm as he came off stage. "What is she talking about? Did you cheat?" Ryan looked like he was going to be sick. "I can't tell you. If I explain, someone else gets hurt." That made it sound worse. We stood in the hallway while the dean called an emergency meeting. Other students walked past, staring and whispering. Some were still recording on their phones. Jessica appeared with the dean and 2 other professors. "I have more evidence," she said, pulling up text messages. March 23rd, Ryan texts Derek, "I need to meet about the payment." Derek responds, "Same amount as last time?" Ryan says, "Yes, I'll Venmo you tonight." She kept scrolling. April 15th, Ryan texts, "Did you get rid of them?" Derek replies, "All gone." Ryan says, "Thank you for doing this." The dean looked at Ryan with disappointment. "These messages suggest you were paying for something repeatedly and asking someone to destroy evidence." Ryan's hands were shaking. "It's not what it looks like." Jessica laughed. "Then what is it?" "Because it looks like you paid Derek for stolen exams and asked him to get rid of the evidence." Ryan stayed quiet. He was protecting someone. I could see it in his eyes. "I need to call Derek," Ryan finally said. "He can explain everything." Jessica smirked. Derek already left for his residency in California. Convenient, but Ryan was already dialing. "He'll answer. He has to." 20 minutes later, Derek walked through the doors. He looked nervous, but determined. "I'm the one who was selling stolen exams," Derek said immediately. "Not to Ryan, to other students. Ryan found out 3 months ago and has been paying me $200 every time I got a new test bank to buy it from me and destroy it. He was protecting everyone in our class from getting expelled." He pulled out his laptop showing deleted files and transaction records. Ryan tanked questions he knew came from stolen tests on purpose so he wouldn't benefit. That's why his wrong answers matched mine. I was selling the tests with my own practice mistakes included, and Ryan intentionally got those same questions wrong to prove he wasn't using the information. The dean reviewed everything while Jessica's face turned red. Derek continued, "Jessica was actually my biggest customer. She bought every test bank I had. When Ryan rejected her last month, she decided to frame him. Jessica was expelled for academic dishonesty and filed false accusations. Ryan graduated with honors.